In any marriage, there are challenges. You just don't expect them in the very first hour. Here's CBS's Steve Hartman on the road.
Bride and groom Elizabeth and Jake Landit say their wedding was like a fairy tale. Was.
The ceremony was perfect.
You may kiss your bride.
Everything we could have dreamed of.
Until.
So my dad was doing his father of the bride speech, and just a minute in, he was interrupted by some of our guests.
House unfair.
And that was the end of that.
What's going on here?
The cottage right next to their wedding venue on Mackinac Island, Michigan caught fire, and everyone had to evacuate the area. This is a picture of the newly fleds abandoning their reception.
I didn't know where we were going. I just figured we had to walk away from that.
So we just started heading towards the church.
The church where they'd just been married. This time, they prayed for everyone's safety. And in the end, no one was hurt, and even the building was saved.
Seemed like the only thing that couldn't be salvaged was their wedding day. But unbeknownst to the bride and groom, while they were in that church praying, angels were swooping in from all over town.
We needed to step up and do the right thing.
First, the chef at the venue took all 120 meals, which were only partially prepared, and instructed his staff to get them out.
We just ran with it.
Ran those meals to the restaurant next door.
We just cooked it, sauced it, and off down the street it went.
Down the street to a resort that had an event space available.
Everyone offered how could they help, and we started just pulling everything that we had.
And what they didn't have, yet another restaurant provided.
So we got it all on a cart and pushed it down Main Street.
That's the other thing.
It's gonna be great.
Mackinac Island doesn't have cars, so this whole migration was done manually, powered by sheer will and the kindness of strangers, like the bellhop who volunteered to be a bartender. And because of everyone's efforts, in less than an hour, the bride was back to blushing.
And what did you charge for this help?
Nothing.
I didn't charge him anything.
Nothing.
No.
To have them pick up a reception like out of ashes in a very literal sense made the wedding better than we ever could have imagined. And one that, well, we don't necessarily recommend. It's a day and an experience that we'll cherish forever.
A perfect wedding, after all. Steve Hartman, on the road, on Mackinac Island, Michigan.